Thinking about the black butterfly, I think about our strength is in our struggle. And a lot of times we watch people go through struggles, and as human beings, we can't really help, but we want to. We want to find a way to intervene and to show them how, but it's not your struggle, it's their struggle. And as we watch our children, sometimes we hate to see them go through things that are seemingly pulling them down, but it's not really pulling them down. It's creating who they will be. It has nothing to do with who they are at the moment, but it's creating who they will be, if we don't get in the way. Um, and then, just if we go down to just any living creature, it's human nature to want to help. But I submit to you this, and I'll share a story, rather, that one of my favorite stories is, there was a gentleman that was on a stroll one day, and he saw a cocoon, and it had a hole in it. And so he was enamored by this cocoon, as he could see the butterfly was working its way through the cocoon. And he watched this, and even in a time lapse, it seems like a very slow process, and it's a slow, arduous process. And as we're watching this through this man's eyes, we can see the cocoon is just shattering and pulling apart, and there's just enough hole for the butterfly to squeeze through, but then it seemingly, the progress begins to look like it stopped. And this progress, or lack thereof at the moment, gave the man pause, and he stopped. He's, let me help this creature. I don't think this creature is going to make it without my assistance. This sounds familiar. And so he grabs a pair of scissors and he cuts the cocoon just to get the butterfly out. And then, to his dismay, when the butterfly came out of the cocoon, the wings didn't look like they were to be expected, and the body was full of fluid and engorged, and the wings were flat and the body's big. And the man was wondering what happened. But what the man did not understand, that was part of the process, that the butterfly had to struggle to get out of the cocoon. It needed to squeeze through that tiny hole so it could drain the fluids back down the body into those wings and give the wings life and prepare it for flight. And so what we don't understand, sometimes we often discount, but that process of squeezing through that hole and pushing the fluids through the wings and making the body streamline and the wings bigger, set the butterfly up for success. So life doesn't always come to challenge us, to hurt us. Life will challenge us to change us into something more beautiful than we ever thought could be. So I submit to you this, that your strength is truly in your struggle. Stay tuned for our next session, where we'll talk about, if there was no that, there would be no this. Have a great day.